Hey, what's going on, you guys? Welcome to no episode number. Yay.
Hey.
So we don't have an episode number tonight because tonight is not part of your regularly scheduled broadcast. It's a cool night because what are we gonna do, Mike? Are we gonna announce
give something away? I'm trying to write it on my thing there. Congratulations. Yeah. I think it's
right.
When I'm looking at it backwards, I'm going, oh my gosh, is that right?
So we've had this Drobo, or I've had it sitting in my room here forever. We've had the Drobo for far too long.
Yeah.
And now it's time to give it away. And we did this giveaway a little different. You know, the last one we did just a completely random like name draw, which, you know, whatever. It's completely fair that way. It's 100% like unbiased. Yep. Nobody can question anything about it or whatever, but not like we're going to be bad about what we do anyways.
Right.
But we wanted to do something different because we're all photographers. If you're watching this, you're a photographer. So it had to be photo themed, you know, and we decided that, well, we'd have you guys submit photos to win this thing. So that's what we did. We had people submit photos and use a hashtag Mirrorless Drobo. And Bob Panic, he's ever astute, ever notices things. He went to do a search to look at what the competition was or how many people entered or whatever, and noticed that he only saw like 16 entries. And Facebook is just kind of a pain in the butt that way. You know, you should be able to just type in the hashtag Mirrorless Drobo and see anything on Facebook ever that's been posted with that, and they don't make it that easy. You had to actually go into the posts section and look at the visitor posts and scroll through everything that way. And then also, if you did a search for the hashtag, you would see posts that didn't show up there either. So it was just a mess, but I did it. And, you know, and Bob commented in the chat that there were some very good pictures, and dude, you're right. There are definitely some very good pictures.
Yeah.
So there's that. We're giving away the Drobo, and I wanted to announce something too that I didn't tell Mike about, just because I just came up with it like literally a minute ago. So what this is the way we whittled this down is Mike and I both made selections. Okay. And then we roped in a couple of really cool photographers. Some of you might know them, some of you might not know them, but we roped in Megan Crandlemire. She's been on the show. Got a really cool project that she wrapped up that was just incredibly awesome. And then Seth Duimstra as well. Seth's been on the show. I think might have been on twice even. And he's local to here. They're both photographers that we know and respect. And so Mike and I did this initial selection. We each picked 5 images, the 5 that spoke to us the most. And then what's funny is that we both picked 5. We each picked 4 of the exact same image. So it says a lot about these photos. They're definitely good photos. But we each had one that was different from one another. And then we took our 5 and we sent them off to Megan and Seth individually, separately, you know, and then they chose, and then they submitted back. And what's crazy is I think that the photo that every single one of us would have chosen as our first pick, we all agreed on the same thing.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it.
So that's awesome. Now, but that means that there are like 4 other people whose image was good enough to really stand out to us and merit being chosen in this whole thing. So I thought, we've had all this Olympus codes that we could give out to people to win stuff. You guys, whoever didn't win the grand prize, you're gonna each get a promo code to pick to get a prize from the Olympus gear store. We're going to choose which one goes to who.
Good idea.
But you know, because I don't want to give somebody a beanie if I know they've already got a beanie and so on. So with that said, let's get on to sharing these. And I'm not gonna. We said we make this really short, so I don't want to go into like crazy amount of in-depth detail about like why which picture was chosen for whatever reason. If Mike and I get time, I think maybe we'll make a post like together on the Mirrorless Minutes page and share that, you know, what our rationale behind each image was. You know, again, time permitting. You know, we're like you guys. You know,
we're working.
Yeah. So let me choose to do a screen share here, and now I'm going to go through 5 images that did not get the final say or whatever. You know, they weren't the grand prize winner. This first one is by David Bostador. This I know this location well. I've shot here myself a few times. This is in Jackson, Michigan. It's on top of a parking garage, and Dave knows that if there's a storm rolling into town, it's usually coming from the west. Yep, and that's where you go because 2 reasons. Number one, you can be on the roof and get a great view of the city of Jackson. facing west where the storm's coming from. But if it gets really crappy, you just go down one floor and you're inside, basically, still being able to shoot. So cool shot, Dave. Really dig this.
Yeah.
And then hold on. Let me.
I love the live composite, man. That reminds me of what happened to us almost in Philly.
Yeah, no kidding. Exactly. So I wanted to get out. I had a little text document here so I'd know who to attribute what to. Okay, the next one is I'm almost certain that I got the names properly in order here. Is Roger Doyle's submission of a grasshopper. This is just totally right up my alley. The detail on this thing is so ridiculously good. It's so sharp, and the colors are just like they're banging vibrant. So I will say that this image is my selection that did not line up with Mike's selection. Of course, I'm going to pick a bug. You know, it's just me, right? The next shot is by Mike Timko. I love a live composite like this. Now, I'll admit, I haven't done a live composite that turned out looking like this yet. So definitely really spoke to me. I really dig it. And perfect placement of the North Star right above the tower on this granary. So
yeah,
cool.
It almost looks like it's attached to it, doesn't it?
Right, it is. It's sick.
In the middle there, yep.
Now the next photo is Mike's selection that isn't the same one that I selected. And this one is by Scott Jackson. Yeah, another great image. Definitely a powerful, emotional image.
It's got people in it. How about that? You picked a bug and I picked people.
Who would have thunk, right?
Yeah, it's awesome image. So
this last one, again, another one that that Mike and I agreed on, and this is by Steve Van Sack. And Steve, is he in Indiana? Is that where he's?
Yeah, he's in Indiana. Yeah, northwest Indiana.
Yep, there's a lot of shooting in Chicagoland.
He does
things like that.
Yeah, full-time wedding photographer
with Olympus gear.
All Olympus. Yep.
Yeah, and actually shooting Olympus since DSLR days, which is actually what this was shot with. It. I mean, I don't remember if it was an E3 or an E5, but and definitely one of Olympus's great lenses from back in the day, the 14 to 35 f2. So a little side babble there. Just I love this shot.
Lighting, man.
Woo. Yeah, right. Talk about golden hour and then beautiful fill. So yeah, great job, Steve. And so all of you guys that were featured in this little share right here, you guys will all get an email from us with a way to get a hold of Olympus for your promo code there. Now I've got one more share to do, and that'll be the winner. And everybody agreed on this one. Yeah. Everybody. So, and I'm super stoked. All right, drum roll. No drum roll.
No drum roll. I couldn't. I can't find the drum roll.
We don't have the drum roll tool anymore.
It's not there.
Damn you, Google.
Yeah.
All right, so here it is, and the winner of the Drobo 5D is Jeffrey McFeeters with this shot. It is holy crap. I mean, I don't swear too much on the show, but I was about ready to say, you know what I'm talking about. Stunning, ridiculously insane,
nuts
image. And I don't remember or have all the details handy for the shot, but it's definitely a pano. And I just want to point out the immensity of this scene. It looks big and vast and, you know, yada, yada, yada. I get that. No, I don't think people really get it. That last shot or the last share that I did, Mike Timko's photo of a grain bin with the stars around it. Grain bins are big, they can be 100 feet tall. Way down here in the lower left-hand side, and I hope you can see, I don't know if my mouse is there we go. Right down here. That is actually 3 or 4 big grain towers. And I mean big ones, like the tall ones that are 100+ foot tall.
You can just see the trees. God, the trees. I bet you those are huge trees out there.
So the scale of this shot is just freaking astounding. And the processing, the color treatment. The only word that I can think of for this, and I could rattle on. I mean, I'm literally making love to this photo right now. I love it so much. It is cinematic.
Well, there's something you haven't heard in 3 years.
No, yeah, and hopefully my wife does not watch this episode. She'd be like, "All right, you're sleeping on the couch, you weirdo." Yeah. But no, it's astounding. There's very few words I have for it other than just freaking astounding. So Jeffrey, you constantly amaze me with your work. And congrats. So with that said, get a hold of me and give me your shipping address, and I will get the 5D shipped out to you ASAP. Yeah, congrats, dude. Killer photo, definitely worthy of winning the Drobo in my book. So, and I think with that said, we can wrap it up. I know Mike said that he got something, a package the other day that we're going to give away. You don't have that handy, do you?
I've got
no. I mean, I don't want to put you on the spot.
Actually, I do have it handy. Okay. I do. It's sitting right there. It's on the camera, but I'm going to take it off, obviously.
Yeah.
You don't get the camera. Sorry. But it is from Monarch Straps. So, and what are they called? The BOA?
BOA.
I think, yeah, the BOA. So this is a nice, it's about a $75 strap, I believe.
Yeah. Yep. I think it was like $70. They're nice.
That's our next thing. They were able to give us one. So we've got another giveaway.
Cool, man. That's basically we're the giveaway show.
Yeah, the giveaway show.
And we'll have more after that. That'll be big ones too. So anyways, we'll let you guys go. It's not our normal night. And yeah, congrats, Jeffrey. Congrats everybody else that made it into the top 5 from Mike and I each. Killer work. I mean, it was definitely tough to figure out. So you guys take care, and we'll see you next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday.
See ya.